Hello Math 9 students, this is Mr. Moore. I have one final instructional video just on the startup stuff that you're going to need to know because we have our first unit built and made for you. Now when you scroll down, you're going to notice a brand new schedule that has appeared. This is just to help you stay on track throughout the year. We have target completion dates for each unit. The first unit, Unit 1, Rational Numbers, we have our target completion date set as October 3rd. Because we have a tendency to procrastinate, we've also built in a final due date. What I'd hate to see happen is that you just haven't really gotten any math work done, or you've done parts of units and haven't completed anything in full, and then we make it closer and closer to the end of the year, and you're still on Unit 1 or 2, where you haven't completed those unit exams to maybe move on to the next unit. So we built in a final due date as well. So the final due date for Unit 1 is November 13th. That is the absolute last day that you can complete any assessments for Unit 1. So please, if you are an organized person, or maybe even if you're a disorganized person, getting out your phone now and putting these target completion dates and the known final due dates in would be very, very worthwhile. I'd also like you to take a look in our startup information. There's a course outline and a formula sheet. I do recommend that you print both, specifically the formula sheet, because that's going to give you something in your hand that you can look at when you're completing all your work. You don't have to keep flipping back to this formula sheet or having it on another tab on your computer. The course outline, that's just up to you if you want. I am going to open it up though. I've been scrolling through here and just making sure everything looks good. I believe you can read it on your own time, but I do want to go over the mark breakdown just quite quickly so you know exactly how you're going to get assessed this year. So the coursework is going to make up 45% of your mark, and that is textbook questions or textbook homework that's worth 5%. That's going to be completion only. So you have completed it, regardless of how many questions you get right or you get wrong. It is a free 5% just to make sure that you are doing the necessary work. Your quizzes are going to be worth 15%, and then your unit assignments are worth 25%. Once you reach the end of a unit, you will have a unit exam, and there will be 9 of them, and they make up 35% in total. And then a final exam at the end of the year worth 20%, rounding that all out to 100%. I also want you to know that your schedule is down here as well, in case you are looking for everything all in one place. But really what I want to show you today is the Unit 1 rational numbers. When you click on it, it's going to seem pretty intimidating. There's a whole bunch of stuff here. And I thought it would be a good idea to just maybe give you a course progression or how exactly you're supposed to be working through these things. So there is the textbook, Chapter 3, Rational Numbers, as well as the answers, and you are going to have textbook questions you need to complete. And I'm just going to skip over the notes here and point out the demand sheet. So I'm just going to click on the demand sheet, and it says Unit 1, Rational Numbers, Part 1, and there are the page numbers in the textbook and the work that you are required to complete to be able to move on in the course. So this is required. You do have to do it. I'm going to ask that you self-mark, and I circle the questions that I got wrong. I also cross off the ones that I got right, but you don't have to do that as long as you're circling the ones that you got wrong, and then you tell me what you got out of in each section. So like out of 24, out of 24, 21, and the whole thing happens to be out of 69 for this first half of the unit. You complete your demand sheet either virtually or by printing it out and then taking a PDF scan of it, and we are going to get you to hand that in. So there is a drop box here for Rational Numbers Demand Sheet Part 1. And by doing that, you are going to submit it to me. I'm going to say, yep, you did the necessary work, give you your free 100%, and then it is going to open up Unit 1 Quiz 1 for you to be able to write. So Moodle has this really cool feature where you can't even click on Unit 1 Quiz 1 until this Dropbox submission has been marked and sent back to you. How are you going to go through the course? You know that you have all this textbook work that you need to do before you're even able to take the quiz, and you are going to open up some notes. There's rational number notes blank. I'm just going to click on them up here, and there are all of the notes for the entire unit, and there are going to be instructional videos that go alongside them. So here are the instructional videos, sections 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. They weren't developed by me. They were developed by Mr. Pattison, who is the other online Math 9 teacher for the year. So he has taken care of Unit 1, made all these videos for you, and then I'm going to be making the videos for Unit 2, and then you're going to see him again for Unit 3, and we're just going to alternate who's making the videos for each unit. So you are going to listen to him and write down your notes and do your textbook questions, hand it in, complete your quiz, and then we're going to do it all over again a second time. So there's Unit 1 Rational Numbers Part 2, where there's a new demand sheet, new lessons for you to watch, notes to fill out, a new Dropbox, a new quiz, and then once you've completed both parts, you're ready to take the Unit 1 Rational Numbers assignment. It's just a 2-page assignment. It's right here. Not super long, but it covers all of the important concepts for the unit. You are going to hand that in its Dropbox. I'm going to mark it. I'm going to give you any feedback that you need, and then we're going to schedule your Unit 1 exam. And that's the entire unit in a nutshell. There are 9 units, and we're going to repeat this process 9 times unless we feel like we need to switch it up. And that's your course. Now, because you're going to be watching videos from Mr. Pattison for the next little while, I probably won't see you digitally unless you show up for a Zoom drop-in session or you schedule some additional help with me. So I guess take care, and I'll see you in Unit 2. Goodbye.